wisely and crush those responsible.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to True International MLBB Season 2 Indian Qualifier. And it's your one and only nine on the mic with the upper bracket. And we have an amazing lineup today because we have Tartarus and LCF that everyone is talking about. They are everywhere to be seen. And it's so good to see these two teams going against each other. And on the casting desk, I'll be not be by myself, but our one and only senior caster of Z3, Champ, will be accompanying me. Hello, Champ. Good evening.
Hello, and good evening to all of our viewers as well. What an exciting fixture we have on our hands today, though. Like these two teams, like they are quote unquote the favorites of the tournament, as some would say. What are your predictions, Nine? Who do you think gonna win today?
Yeah, actually, I am getting the vibe of the finale, to be honest. But I really not despising the other two teams that have qualified for the upper bracket as well. But these two teams, they have really made known themselves in that in the top five always. So I'm really having high expectation from these two. But also I know that they're going to be a little chilled. And one of the reason I want to let everyone know is we really have to start early because there's so many tournaments that's going on and we didn't want it to clash with each other. That's why we're starting right from the oven, right from 5 where the sun is setting and C3 is rising, right, champ?
Absolutely, absolutely. I when you talk about the sun, though, we didn't even get the sun today here. It has been raining the entire day, but that's a benefit though. The heat was absolutely overwhelming us. I mean, having some rain, cannot complain about that.
Yeah, I mean, in many part right now, a lot of the climate change is crazy. In some places it's freaking high, like it's so hot. In other places, it's really it's raining nonstop. It's pouring nonstop, and so everything of an extreme is bad, right? So I think, with right now, even as we are going to the tournament, I think sometimes I feel too much of an extreme can be too overwhelming for me.
It's the climate, yeah. The climate is heating up. So is our international season two. I think this is the first day of semi-finals we got today. Um,
Hmm.
uh, do you wanna introduce us to the teams, or I don't know, like who are playing? I'm sorry, I just like I'm not too caught up with that.
Oh, damn. I thought it's like you're asking, like we finished the whole Bible story, and then you ask me who is God.
I mean,
Come on, man.
you know,
Uh,
like sometimes things be escaping my mind. I know it's Tartarus, and the second team, I think, is it
LCF.
is it Lakshmi Chitwan?
LCF. Yes, LCF. And guess what? Champ, no hard feelings, okay? But this is what I mean, I remember the first time I had a podcast with LCF, they were like, "What is Champ doing there?" I think it was Boldy who said that. Okay, Boldy, you're watching out. You know right what I'm saying.
I guess.
That pause was very loud, Champ. That pause was very loud. And of course, guys, stay safe because COVID is back. Some of us in C3 are also the victim of it. So make sure that you put on that mask, get sanitized, stay safe, guys. Life is precious. We don't know when it will end, right? And we are also trying to make every moment. And also, I want to make this announcement. Take the privilege while we are waiting for everyone and also those who will watch later. When you come back, there's something brewing behind the back. So many people might have even heard the rumor about the land. Yes, it's happening. And so, yeah, stay tuned with us, and on the description there's a link tree that will lead you straight to those channel that will provide you a daily update or a monthly update. And yes, you all love giveaway, don't ya? So you go check our community post as well. Cham, do you like giveaway though?
I Who doesn't like giveaway? Who doesn't like having free stuff? Sadly, I cannot win those giveaways though. But good luck to our chat. They are always active and supporting us there. So good luck,
Mhm.
good luck, guys. You guys are
Yeah.
the one that we do it for mostly. You guys are the one
Mhm.
that makes anything that we do even like viable at all. So much love to you guys.
Yeah, I think Jam is just saying that he's going to, provide a lot of giveaway, right, Jam? Anyway,
I sure.
yeah, he is definitely doing that. And also, if you guys are going to, be a part of that giveaway, you go ahead to our community post, click on that link on the description. It will lead you to a post. You have to basically just what do you call that, predict, and you get to win 100 dice, champ. 100 dice. Okay, so you can also be part of it, champ. Just so by the way, you have seen all the lineup. Whom do you think can win this tournament? I know people will always have their own favorite, but who's your favorite in this tournament?
I when it comes to any other sports, okay, like if I'm watching any other sport, I always be supporting a particular team when going into like watching a match. But when it comes to ML, honestly, almost I never support anything, any of the teams that are playing. Like I'm
Wow.
always neutral when it comes to ML. So I mean, you got my answer.
Oh, seriously? Okay. That's I mean, I was at least kind of getting okay, maybe I support this team and I would have actually gone for the opposite of what you did not select. But anyway, we're here to yap, right, champ? And that's what we're good at.
Um, exactly. I guess there can be one answer that can be given from my side when it comes to like ML. I always like to support the underdog team.
Mhm.
So I
And who?
who do you
Mhm.
think is the underdog in this current fixture we are gonna be looking at?
Well, the second match might be really interesting. The second peak and plummet then was at Ascendria. I mean, those are real. I've not heard of them before, but I've seen the players there before. But I think this is a new form. Maybe I'm not updated. I'm not sure. But if I'm right, but they are really something that they have caught me off, off from the. How would I say? I really have this zing feeling for them. So I think I'll be rooting for them.
Okay, so like Accenture it is for us fixture number two. Then this
Mhm.
is gonna be a hard question for you. I don't know if you're gonna be answering this or not.
Oh, please
Tartarus
go ahead.
versus LCF. Who do you got?
Mhm. Oh man. Can I go for a player instead of can I root for a player instead of a team?
So you're saying let's hope that player does well, but his team loses. Like he gets the MVP win, and his entire team gets chocolate. Are you rooting for something like that?
No, no, no. Actually, I really like Eden's mage gameplay, so I'm really rooting for Eden's
Oh,
gameplay.
I see.
So
I see.
yeah, in when it comes to this particular the lineups, I think not Tartarus, not Elsia, but I would definitely root for Eden there. So
That's a good answer, I guess. I think especially coming in from someone who plays mage mostly, I would say, right?
yeah, yep,
So
definitely.
uh, makes sense.
Because when I saw his gameplay, like, I was like, okay, I want to do it, and then without any delay, it was like, I want to get how he switches the role and stuff like that. So anyway, I think the we are jumping off to the team is all ready for the draft, and yes, the first pick, the first yes goes to Lakshmi Chitfun. What are the possible right now? Farsa is it's really a mess. Like when somebody picks it up, it's a chaos. So what's your take on that, Champ?
Parsha, one of the stronger mages in the meta right now, like really good early game damage. Like she doesn't really need that much items to be chipping off anyone with a skill 2 and a skill 1 combo. But Farsha, sometimes it can be like hard to manage. Like Hayabusa is running a menace on this current meta, including like Bakshia. All those heroes can like jump on you easily. And Farsha is a like artillery mage, but she has to be in a one spot sitting. Let's not say sitting. She's like flying while doing the feather airstrike. So it's kind of hard to play like Farsha these days as well. But she can be really strong though.
But
So
look at that. Look at
yeah.
Tartarus. They're going a ban. That's a ban. They're banning Fanny, which is really weird because Joseph. They are really. I'm not really sure about this. I mean, I don't know what's going on in their mind because they banned Fanny. I was like, that's Joseph. Whenever I see Fanny, I see Joseph. So I don't know. I hope
I
they
guess
I'll keep cooking.
it's more because Lakshmi Chit Fund are the one that got the blue side, so like they can pick up the fanny. So Tartarus they're playing from red side, so like they don't want the fanny to be open in the hands of Lakshmi Chit Fund, and there goes the Bakshia.
Yeah. But actually, that was I knew it was coming up, especially in this like right now the meta that's going on right now. Baxia's pick has always been
Yes.
a very difficult one to go against. So that's something that would everyone would be looking forward to get banned.
Yeah, right now the Bakshia stonks are going really high, like Mr. Worldwide almost. We are yet to see a Bakshia mid lane being played, but one of these days I think we are going to be seeing that as well. Sometime I don't think Bakshia Golden is going to be happening in this meta though, but Bakshia mid lane it still might be possible. I don't know.
If anyone picks Baxia, what is like a good counter for that, Jam?
A Bakshia, like I think Xborg is one of the most slept on hero right now in the game. Every time I personally pick Xborg, I do absolutely amazing with the Sky Piercer that to remind you because Xborg deals with everything that's like tanky like this Bakshia, Phobius, Gatto, Badang, all those heroes they get absolutely melted by that flame wielding maniac Xborg.
Okay, so every now and then you guys are going to hear me cough. Okay, guys, don't mind me at all. There's a ban of Matilda right off the
Yeah,
bracket from LCF.
yeah. We see
What's
Matilda
the
being
possible pick though, champ here?
pardon.
With the ban that's coming from LCF, what are the possible picks?
Um,
You're
right
good at breaking
now
down
I see
them.
the head is being banned out. I don't know how they're like thinking here. It can be a chip. No, never mind. It's one of the rumor that probably a little bit higher on the tier list in terms of tier list positioning from me. I think it's Teleya. We already know. Teleya.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is there any chances we are gonna be seeing a Florin game, or like these are the upper echelon teams when it comes to the Indian tournaments? Do you think like they know that Florin is not really that oppressive mostly,
Oh,
and
right
they're gonna
now,
be totally ignoring the Florin?
I hope they do not. But I don't think they will be picked off because the first match really plays an important role. Because LCF surely knows what chargers are good to go with, but flexing the thought that, and there you go, the Qatar pick, as you have mentioned before, they
Yeah.
did.
Gatto, it's a really good all rounder, I would say, and I play a lot of marksman games. Let me tell you, there's no other hero that annoys me the most like than this hero. Like he totally zones two people out by himself. The marksman, the mage, like Gatto, like AOG coming in, and
See, I
you were
told you
talking about
Farsa is
yes,
coming! I told
exactly,
you Farsa! That's Eden
exactly.
right there!
Um,
That's
are you like what's the favorite Eden hero that you want to talk about?
No, I didn't say favorite hero. I said him being a mage player is what I support him. And look at
Oh,
that, a Hayabusa and a chip coming up right up front from Lakshmi Chit.
Yeah, like I said, that chip is really up there when it comes to this current meta going on, and they ban out the Kalea. We are not gonna be seeing some kidnapping, but we are gonna be seeing some backdooring from the chip, and there's Badang also coming in from Tartarus.
Oh, that's pick and Iritel. I think that's a good ban. A possible maybe. Oh, wait. They went for Granger.
I mean, yeah, they already picked up Granger, so they're gonna be banning out the Ethereal, which is pretty
Yes.
solid.
Uh,
They already picked out their own jungler from their side. It can be like Fredrin being banned out or Joy.
mhm,
Yeah, it can be like Fredrin or Joy
mhm,
being banned out from the side of Lakshmi Chit Fund right now.
mhm.
Let's ask you, Nine. I was actually asking you that you are mentioning about Eden, right? Like you are like right now
Why
we
are
are
you
seeing
coming
Eden
back to
part.
Eden again? Why are you? Come on, let's. Why are you coming back to Eden? Yes, champ. Ask away. I'm just pulling your leg.
Okay, what is your favorite hero that you like enjoy watching Eden play?
Well, he played most of the good mage, so I think there's no specific hero that I like. I like.
You don't have any preferences when it comes to Eden playing the
No,
mages. I see.
no, no. As long as it's mage and it's him.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
This pick of Hayabusa have really kind of like put me into thought because last in the I mean the season is coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
This Hayabusa, because of this Hayabusa, I think for probably 1 month I was stuck in Legend. It was, I think you know it too, right, Jam? It was never for me. Like I couldn't move forward with the pick of
I know exactly. Like, please, what is this? I was playing mage myself last night. Okay, I don't really play mage that much. I was playing Vexana. For some
Uh,
reason, the Hayabusa kept on killing me, even though I'm using flicker to the backwards direction where I'm like walking. Like I'm walking to the direction and I'm flickering to the direction, and the Hayabusa ultimate is still following me. Like, hello, Debs, can we do something about that, please?
mhm.
Oh,
I know. Oh, that's export.
exactly. Like I
It's like
mentioned, one of
mhm,
the most slept on hero right now. This hero can absolutely change the game by himself. Going with the flicker last insanity to the back line and clear, like, not if he cannot like clear out the enemy mage or marksman, but he can like totally zone them out of the fight, and he himself has the immortality to be like backing off, and
mhm,
he can absolutely shred anything like a chip or a Gatotkaka at this time that we are going to be watching.
and a Kimmy coming up straight. What's up, wait, Valentina?
Yeah, when it comes to like outlaning the Farsha, this is one of the heroes that I go to. This Valentina, she can absolutely bully out the Farsha from the lane. If played
Mhm,
right, but this is gonna be a mid lane. I think we're gonna be seeing a Badang and Farsha paired up in the mid lane, right? So
mhm,
Valentina is gonna be, I think, like still okayish. Team fight wise, I think Farsha might still have the edge. We have to keep an eye on that, so that mid matchup. And meanwhile,
mhm,
we also see Kimi being coming in from the gold lane, I would say.
mhm. And these two lineups going crazy, and
Link.
then with the Joseph Link, Fanny is out. Gotta ping that clean. Another dragon is going to
Ling
come.
is really good onto Hayabusa. You can use the, like, you can alt for alt and cancel out the Hayabusa alt. Like when it comes to the battle of these two assassins, it's like whoever presses the alt fast loses. It's something like
Mm,
that. I think
mm,
Ling still has a little bit of edge when it comes to the Hayabusa versus Ling matchup,
mm,
because Hayabusa's shadow, the quad shadow, like Ling can still easily catch up to it by the Finch poise, but Ling can still like
mm,
fly away with his Finch
mm,
poise
mm,
actually. So I think that
mm,
edge goes to Ling by a little bit, and here
mm.
we see the teams.
Yes, this is the final lineup they're picked for the first match of the night. And also, just to, I'm sure I don't even need to say this, but Tartarus, they have been playing this like the lineup have never changed. But from the side of LCF, mostly it's a crazy lineup that's coming in. And also we know that this roster has been, I think, one of the solid so far, and not despising the earlier teams, but we're straight into the game. This is the first night of the upper bracket on the mic. It's 9 alongside Champ.
Um, okay. I think we are back. I can finalize the game, and some action already being happening in that mid lane. It's a 2v2 matchup. Yeah, Badang on the roam. Nothing unusual, I would say. Chip trying to pressure, Chip executing a lot of damage.
Hmm.
9. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, it's obvious, right? That they know they know their loophole of each other. So definitely they will not let that caught up easily. But the engagement already coming in. Look at that up front of the Batang had a very was that Rudy. Rudy had a very low. But I also heard that the team were not really up to, I mean, the full lineup wasn't really ready. I think some of the substitute had to go in there. But anyway, guys, this is for you guys. And also I know this the stream is a pretty little bit laggy because it might be maybe a possible, yeah, technical issue, so apologies from our end as well. But look at this. They know every step, champ. They have studied each other. They know the gameplay.
Yes, I think so. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to watch, and it's like going in this low
Yeah.
FPS. So let the action win happen. Let the action happen there while it's happening. I'm gonna ask you about the Kimi. Have you tried the revamp Kimi 9? I think you play mid lane.
Oh, I've gone against it. I've never played against it, but damn, this the Kimmy damage is something that I don't want to deal with, especially in the late game. But look at that. Look at the rotation that's coming in from both the team. It's kind of crazy to see these two team going in in this upper bracket. Like feels like final already.
I okay. It is kind of quote unquote like almost final, but let's say what it is for. It's a first semi final of the day, I think, and I think Turtles is gonna be securing that turtle rather easily. Uncontested turtle for the Xborg actually picking up the turtle.
Time.
Interesting, man.
Look at that, the fighting coming in. Oh, is that Taser? Wait, this is the first time for me to see Taser going to this lineup, but this is going to be crazy because he is synergizing with his team, and Lazy Joseph gets the first. Oh no, that was not the first, but a lot of lag coming in from my end.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
cannot I
difficult
cannot really
to
watch the action,
it's difficult
sadly.
to watch it. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Sure, sure. Okay, it seems like we're going to have a little bit of pause from the side of management due to the due to some technical issue, but yes. Um
Okay.
yes. So, yeah, guys, come on.
I-
Let's give a big shout out to our streamer man all the way from Indo,
absolutely.
trying to help us with to get this tournament done. But so far, champ, what's your thought on that? Because I know Tartarus right now, they have Dazer. I'm really surprised to see him on the lineup.
I mean, yeah. Is that taser on Badang, right? That's their roam right now.
Yes, no,
I
no,
think
no.
so.
Yeah.
I think taser was the roamer, right, on
Yeah,
Badang.
yes, up the down. Yes,
So
yes.
I think
I
Kyle
think
is
it
also
did make
missing,
it. Yes.
right? Kyle is also missing from the
Mhm,
main lineup.
mhm,
So I don't know. I think are they gonna be like switching players frequently? Like that's not a good sign for me. Like let's call it for what it is. That the players, the so-called big players, only gonna be showing up for uh, the quote unquote bigger tournaments. I am kind of
mhm,
excited to be like watching new players. They are so flexible with the
mhm,
sides. Um,
mhm,
but when it comes to like our region, we already do not
mhm,
have enough going on for us, and
mhm,
if the teams cannot like put up a strong show for us, I I don't have my like hopes that much higher. One way it's like good. Look at us, we are so flexible. On the other hand, the main line of players they do not get to like practice at all. They kind of fall off. Like it's like use it or you lose it. Like when it comes to ML, if you don't play like for a week, you will be losing so much of your skill. I feel like at least like that. That's how it happens with me, right?
Yeah, and especially the potential of these new players is, I will not say new player, but the young players who have really like Joseph, and we know even for the other from the other lineups as well. These youngsters, I think they have so much of potential, but sometimes I feel like they are not given enough opportunity. So tournament, like whatever is happening right now, I hope that they really get this opportunity to showcase their skill. And I don't know, for some reason I see hope for our Indian team, but also at the same time, I think I think there's still a lot for us to learn from the other um,
Exactly. I
countries that's already dominant in MLBB.
Yeah, like when it comes to the synergy, I think we already saw something messy happening. The Xborg was the one who lasted that turtle from Link's hand, and when it comes to like playing a squishy assassin like that, like Link, Hayabusa, anything, having that turtle shield with extra 30 adaptive attack. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is 30 or 45. I think it's 30 is the more accurate number. I haven't looked at that in a long time now. And on top of that, it gives you that massive shield every time it reappears. Whoever last hits the turtle, it would have been like really big, enabling the Link to be rotating and be more aggressive with his Tempest of Blades and defined swords. But I think we saw Xbox securing the turtle, then he straight up went into enemy second tower and gave a kill over to Joseph. Like these are the kind of mistakes that I don't want to see coming in from big teams. As an EXP, you are taking the last hit of the objective. It's not the Lord. Securing the Lord, it doesn't matter. You're taking the turtle, then you're going over instead of your lane in that position to be giving a kill away to enemy jungle. It's not a. I would say like it's kind of an early throw, but yeah.
Yeah. And all those who are watching, thank you so much for being so patient with us, and thank you for supporting. And there's a giveaway on the community post. I'm sorry to cut you right there. I know, Champ, you
It's all
saying
right.
something, but that was a very good breakdown. But I really need to say, while everyone's here, the fan of TRT and LCF, if you make a prediction and get a chance to win 100 dias, it's waiting for you right on the community post. You just gotta go and click that link, and it will lead you to the community post. Coming back to you, Champ, what you just said, it's so good. Like you broke it down. It really depends upon that macro of the game,
Yeah, these are the like actually macro plays,
rather
like
than the
more than
game.
micro. These are the macro plays. These matters a lot. If you are constantly doing these kind of bad plays, this becomes a second habit to you. Not a second habit. This becomes a habit to you. When it comes to like learning this game, it took me a lot of time to be learning simple things like map panning. For some, I have watched so many streamers and players. For some people, map panning isn't where it should be, especially playing from their side of the role. They never watch their marksman playing roam. So many things that happens here and there. Like these kind of small little habits, what makes players like Kyrie. Have you ever watched the hand cam of Kyrie? Like how he map pans and everything. Have you ever watched someone like Lemon? Have you ever watched someone like Skyler? Like these kind of small habits, they always actively think about it and they like practice it. Even in rank games while they're like streaming. Like those kind of small habits makes great.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I think the attitude of the player as well, right? Like you, and when you're playing, how you're, are you composed? And yeah, I think that really matters, because most of it also have to do with how your what do you call it, your IQ as well. So you really need to stay composed. Um, if you rat out, then you gotta lose and get it might it's totally on your head, like your mentality really. This is MOBA, guys. It can change, right, champ? Things can change. We have seen that happening even
Yeah.
a few days back, right? Everyone watched it, and that was a crazy match, wasn't it?
It's like one small little mistake from your side, like you might be winning by like 8k gold lead at the 12-minute mark. One little mistake, like let's say a jungler overextending on the other side of the map, where the enemy team was like already missing and looking to be like split pushing. The jungle gets caught. Now it's a 5v4, and the other team that was losing gets the Lord prior, takes the Lord, secures an inhibited tower. The team that was leading by 8k gold, and now like only now are the one behind by 1k gold and struggling. The other team, even they should have been losing the game, now all of a sudden comes back to take an epic comeback and win the game. Like these kind of things, yeah, it can happen, and that's where the psyche comes into play, making those every little decision pretty precisely, and let's say with playing with discipline, what I call.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, apart from the game that we're talking, it's Tartarus and Lakshmi, LCF. What's something that keep you going, like to be a part of this community, knowing that we know the situation with our current nation, because I've also heard there's something that is being cooked at the back, but also nothing can be officially made because this can't really, because it have to do with a lot of government and official things. So
Yeah,
what's
let's
keeping
be let's
you,
be
yeah, what's keeping you in the game?
I I don't know at this point what's keeping me playing this game or still being in the community. I think the community, the members, like these these people are the one that matters. Like these streamers that I like visit to, these chats, these friends in the chats I made. I met guys like Volty through streaming. I met you. I met everyone in C3 through this game. I think that's what like still keeping me in this game. Quite honestly, to be frank, because most of my original friends that I started playing with, they are no more. They doesn't even play the game anymore.
What do you mean no more?
They don't.
What do you see?
They
They
do
don't.
not.
I thought they
They
died.
no, 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 no. Let's not
The
go
way
there.
you
They
said,
didn't die.
you said
I hope
no
to God that
more.
they are doing good. I hope to God that they are doing good. They are no more with ML. They're doing something else, playing some other games. They already moved on, but here I am still like sitting with ML. I personally do enjoy the game a lot. Um, I really enjoy the esports side of the game. We always be watching MPL and everything, and we were really hoping big when the game first launched through Play Store that we'll be seeing some MPL India being happening and all. But we all know the situation when it comes to that. And actually your question was like what's still keeping me. It's like people like you guys, like people like the community that's around us. That's what's still keeping me in the game, I guess.
Mm, yeah, for sure. I think that a community really does play important role, and also like not just in tournament, but I'm sure all these team they do stream as well. I think we should really support our our big top players streamer as well as the streaming, like watching them.
I do like drop by to a bit of the Indian Pro Player streams as well. I do not, I'm not that active in the chat, but I sometimes watch them play. I think also like they're also busy. They do not stream regularly because they are. I think they're like still like doing some streams.
Oh, look, champ. We are back
Yes.
on the game. Look at that. Look at the lead. We are seeing Tartarus with 14 already, guys. We were just
Oh, oh. I guess we missed out on a lot of action, but the action needs to keep on happening because these teams they have to be like on schedule, showing up for something else after this game as well. And right now, yeah, we are looking at Tartarus with 14 kills, having the gold lead by only 3k.
yes, it's I mean,
Really?
BTS. The BTS was crazy. Look at the itemization. Cham, but Kimmy going down is a yes. Anta with full on swing against Kimmy. Joseph there on that star. That star. Wait, yeah, that star. The Stark or Granger
Yeah.
that I did of this.
Hello.
We didn't even get the chance. We
Yo.
didn't even get the chance to go through them.
Yay. Yay. So this is like we have the teams flipped up, I think. Like our left side team is why am I seeing Joseph being playing from Lakshmi? What's going on?
Oh man, this. Uh, I don't know. But yeah,
I also
this
don't
something
know,
was
but
going at
let's
the
call action
BTS.
like we said. Some action happening in the mid lane. Joseph might be in trouble. Never mind. He uses the quad shadow. Oh, teleportation to the top. Searer Moon might be in trouble. Here comes the Tempest of Blade. And Eden picks up a double somehow.
Yes, yes, yes. It seems like it. It seems like it there. Um, and I think wait, just a minute, guys. Jam, just take the mic for a second.
All right, all right. I will like to call the action, like I said. I will not say the team names. I will just be calling it by the player's name because I think what's happening, guys? A lot being
Something is
contested. Here comes Joseph once again using the quad shadow. Oh, not quad shadow. Shadow kill. Okay.
Oh, look
And
at
here
that,
we
Lord.
come back. Joseph securing the Lord. A double kill being picked up by Innocent as well. Meanwhile, this is not looking good for, I think, the side of Lakshmi Chit Fund. Joseph is sitting at 10-1. 4 on that Hayabusa looking really deadly. Thankfully, the Lynx will be able to secure his blue buff, but he has to back off as of now. Tartarus pressuring really good. But dang, I'm not sure what I'm watching. It's a disaster at this point from Lakshmi Chit Fund. They cannot do anything in the map. Tartarus, they have total control of the map, and they can't even go anywhere to split push because we can see Kimi using the chip, who can be Mr. Worldwide kind of, popping up from his portal on 4 different positions and dropping down that pump, what I like to call that thing on it. Oh, Innocent with the Unstoppable and picking up another kill. Double kill, give the triple to Innocent and looking for a Maniac. Never mind. Joseph saying it's our Maniac. It's only Cedar Moon himself to on the link. I don't think it's possible to defend. He will also go down in the hands of Kimi. No, a godlike coming in from Joseph, and I think that's gonna be it for game number 1. We're sorry, guys. It was kind of a messy game, but I think Tartarus is the one that secures that first game W.
Oh, that was a very quick off game from our end, but for sure this is the best of 3, and yeah, with the second game we will right back after 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Make sure to get yourself some popcorn, and we will be right back. Scared.
Choose wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
We're high in the sky, ladies and gentlemen. We're flying up ahead because this is the Cloud Clover Championship Pro International Season 2 India Qualifiers. Welcome, my name is Kadiat, and alongside me, we've got the man in the game whose name is Champ. What are you doing, my man? How are you feeling being a part of this extravaganza?
I mean, yeah, today the things had been a little bit messed up. We really apologize for that game number one, guys. But here, yeah, thank you. We as you guys can see, we got like scared now with me, so I'm not scared anymore. Scared.
Oh my goodness, you know what? To be honest, I don't think so. If anyone is actually scared by reading my name after all, because either ways, with the teammates that I get in my own rank, I don't think so. The opponents are definitely going to be scared for that. I mean, I'll have to say, you know what? I just want to rant out a bit out here, or rather, you know what? We'll
Exactly.
do it later on because we'll do it later on because there's a phenomenal game in front of us. It's going to be LCF up against Tartarus right now, and LCF are going to be on the blue side this time around. Tartarus already are leading 1-0, champ. So this in this best of three series, even though it is the upper bracket, would still want to have the advantage, right?
Absolutely. I think this is game point for Tartarus and Lakshmi Chit Fund. It is like I think do or die, or this is upper. Sorry, this is upper bracket. So like, but it's kind of do or die because you want to be like straight up into that final by winning the upper bracket, right? Scared.
Absolutely. You don't want to miss out on any of that. And you know what? We don't want to miss out on any of the action as well. So hopping into the drafting phase itself, Fanny being taken care of, Kalia on the other side, Archers understanding the idea, Lakshmi Chet Fun, they kind of like to play in on the aggressive note, right? We have known this team from such a long time to be on the aggressive end. They want to control the pace of the game. And what better hero like the Kalia or even the Cho? So taking that away, banning it all the way out, I think so that's a pretty solid strategy. But the question is, will Lakshmi Chit Fund target Joseph and ban out the Huns or the Hayabusa as well?
I think not. It probably you were talking about being on the playing on the aggression. I think we can see a chip in. Oh, never mind. It's gonna be Hayabusa. I'm still thinking that Lakshmi Chitfund they can ban out the chip because first game we saw Kimi being allowed to be playing that chip and he was an absolute menace, going all over the maps and pulling Lakshmi Chitfund here and there. Even though they had a link, they had no response to the chip pushing and escaping with his ult and everything, wreaking havoc.
Yeah, it indeed is pretty annoying. And to be very honest, though, another annoying hero is absolutely the Phobius in that EXP lane. So taking care of it, I think so. We might possibly see glue ban coming in from either one of the sides because we know the priority that teams eventually want to grab onto that side itself. Because I mean, let's be honest, EXP lane has been so very nasty. It's like two bulky heroes, one on the roam, one on the EXP. For marksman, it's absolutely nightmare to deal with them.
Yes. I am a quote unquote marksman main myself. And playing the solo queue rank games, my team always be picking something squishy like Gusion EXP, in fact, also sometimes. And I absolutely suffer. Oh, there goes the chip, like I was mentioning.
Vision in the EXP lane is something that I can never unhear now, and I really hope that you don't show up in my team in the rank games. But yeah, let's focus back down on that chip. So you mentioned about the shortcut itself providing a big opportunity to be on any part of the map at any given possible time, and I think so that's a pretty solid move and fits pretty well with the playstyle of Torturous. And we have known them whenever they pick up the chip, they become the aggressors. Lakshmi Chit Fund, we have had the history of this team too, where they would basically have some goal lead of somewhere around 6,000-7,000, sometimes even 8,000, and then they sometimes fail to close out the game. I think so that's where they would want to focus on. So they'll probably prioritize some of the early game heroes, and Mathilda being the first one.
Yes, from Tartarus, I think I'm gonna touch on that. Bakshya ban, Mr. Worldwide being banned out. Currently can be used in 3 lanes, so that's a pretty good ban. And yeah, Lakshmi Chitfund picking up that Mathilda, who can actually I can call Mathilda an anti-throw hero, right? If you go like a little bit too aggressive, Mathilda can always be bailing you out with that guiding wind. So like a really good pickup from Lakshmi.
You know what? Don't underestimate my boys from Lakshmi Chit Fund. They can pick the best heroes out there, and if they're not feeling it, they will eventually end up throwing the game. So that's one thing about them. But here's the thing, I like the answer coming in from Tartarus in the form of Badang as well as the Parser. You've got that rage, you've also got that front line coming in from the man and a pretty solid amount of CC, where Lakshmi Chit Fund would want to take the fight to them. Tartarus will be very happy to give it to them. But as soon as the Matilda with the guiding wings hop in, Badang will be ready with the skill for that stun too. But here we go. Kimi as well as the Lucas, a good priority in the jungle. While Kimi is technically a flex though, but I still think it should be better to put Kimi in the mid lane.
Yeah, last game we saw Innocent playing that Kimi and picking up an unofficial Maniac on Kimi, playing from Golden. But this game, I think I'm looking at a Kimi mid, more than likely coming in from Lakshmi Chit Fund. Oh, here comes the Joy, the rhythmic Leonid.
I've been learning a lot of things, my guy. Not quite sure if all of that are pretty good or not, but indeed. Very good answer again. On the other side, there's not a lot of crowd control on the side of Lakshmi Chit Fund, apart from a bit that's going to come in from Kimi as well as the Matilda. If Joy times all the rhythm beats right, I think so you'd be able to close in a huge amount of gap, specifically trying to reach onto that Kimi too, while also dodging Lucas with the movement speed. But on the other end, a Gatot Kacha being banned out. So that's a pretty solid answer. Now, seeing the Harith as the ban, I don't know, man. For some reason, this gives me the feel that Kimi might actually go to the gold lane.
Probably, I think seeing one more ban from Lakshmi Chit Fund, we can kinda be sure about it if they like ban out Granger up next. that it will be a Kimi gold. Meanwhile, I think we are seeing Fredrin being taken out. They already pick up their own jungle, and this Lucas can still go to EXP, so they are like still banning out Fredrin, who can be pretty oppressive from jungle.
And I think so that it counters Joy right away,
And
but
also that
at
thing.
the same
Also that.
time, you know?
Yep. Also
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but my whole point is that since Lucas has already been picked up, you know, if they put him in the EXP lane, Matilda is going in the roam, that is a very squishy lineup. So I don't really feel that it was the best choice, but you know what? There's always a possibility of something surprising out here. So it's taking it away now. Lakshmi Chetson, last plan. I don't think so. It should be a Granger, maybe something along the lines of uh, I don't know, man. Maybe they can take away a Brody or even a Claude if things are looking like that. But you know what? You called for it. A Granger, pretty solid ban out here. Should
Yeah.
be
I mean, I did
should be
mention you
against
before.
all the other marksmen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did mention you before. Like I played a few Kimi games, and if I'm playing Kimi, yeah, Harith obviously it's pretty strong in the gold, and Granger is the second marksman that I'll be most scared of if I'm playing Kimi. So that makes kind of sense.
Honest, I think so. 1-1 could be a pretty solid pick right now for either one of these compositions.
Yeah,
Having that
I
extra bit of
have
mobility as well
yeah, no,
as
yeah, 1-1,
you
yeah,
know the forward pass
1-1,
on the
really
other
good. Yep.
side. Exactly. But again, Hilda being picked up for that EXP lane as well. Pretty solid pick. Again, both Badang and Hilda can actually swap the lanes too as well, right? So they're basically till the last second guessing as to
Yep.
which one of them is going to go in which lane. So that's a very solid drafting from Tartarus, I'll have to say. Lakshmi Chitfund now, balls in their court. To pick something for the
Ooh.
answer. And with the Selena being picked up
Ooh.
now, it's 100% that Kimi is going into that
It's
gold lane. So the
gonna
Granger
be,
ban,
yep.
Harris ban, fair enough, understandable. But an Esmeralda, Selena, Kimi, that's a lot of magic damage. The only physical source for them is the Lucas. And now for the gold lane, I think so. You can either pick a 1-1 or you can pick something along the lines of a carry if you want to. But since the other side is pretty squishy, Irichel works wonderfully as well, dodging around all of the basic attacks of Kimi too. I like the draft from Tartarus.
I mean, yeah, Tartarus rounding up that draft really nicely. 1-1 is like one of my most favorite heroes to be watching and playing, but she can be a little bit unreliable sometimes, especially like we are seeing Matilda also being used by Lakshmi Chit Fund. So like I open my crossbow of Tang and Matilda just like swoops away whoever I open the crossbow. So like picking up like not picking up the 1-1 kind of like makes a bit more of sense here. And here we have it, guys. That's the draft for game number 2. Any thoughts? Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point about it, right? We'll come back to it in a second, though. But ladies and gentlemen, with all the drafts set and done, Lakshmi Chitfund Tartarus ready to take on each other, going into the land of dawn. But right before that, we're going to give a huge shout out to NEXT G for making this possible, and also a huge thanks for True International for their collaboration for this. Now, with that said and done, we are moving into the land of dawn. 1-0 is the scoreline in favor of Tartarus, who are starting on the red side, while Lakshmi Chitfund are on the blue side. Gonna be the land of dawn game between them. It's highly possible, though, by the way, Cham, that we might see Tartarus close this one out because the draft supports them heavily.
I mean, yeah, draft-wise, I'll have to give it to Tartarus. They got some pretty good early game. They got some pretty good late game in terms of their jungle and gold. Their late game, their early game, we can already see Mugi trying to pressure the enemy blue.
Holding it down slowly, not really, forcing that engagement as well. Understanding this, and it's Esmeralda on the other side, and Matilda on the other side. Tartarus playing it passive, playing it safe, just keeping a decent amount of pressure to make sure Sarar Moon is still going to be struggling out there. Anti up against Mugi on that EXP. That's going to be one of the most boring battles in the EXP, though.
Yeah, then again though, like every time we saw Esmeralda being used in this current tournament of Season 2 International, the Esmeralda side always goes aggressive early game, and like the Esmeralda, like even though we call it boring, absolutely surprises us and gives us a show.
Indeed does. But for now, Joseph was almost ready to give us a showdown in the bottom lane, taking down Stark out in the open. Eventually has to play passive now because Innocent is winning out the lane. He's in out poking the other side. And again, look at Anti. Even though he's playing Esmeralda, but the constant stun this time coming out onto Kimmy, who will dash away to safety. Asuna has been pretty solid in that mid lane right now, almost catching that first blood, but Kimmy surviving with a slither of HP. Coming back to the point, Mugi, with the way how he has been controlling the river on the top side, it seemed impeccable. The Tartarus would take the turtle, but Lakshmi Chit Fund answering back perfectly. Hold on a second, Sarar Moon secures that with Retribution as again the Guiding Winds comes into the play as well. Lucas with the Kamehameha. Is it going to hit? Absolutely it will, but the first blood was already going in the hands of Asuna. Eden low in that HP needs to run away, and so does Mugi. A bit of an overextension by Anti as he gets deleted. The Hilda not stopping, but Asuna on the other side continues on his rat too. Was able to get out of the harm's way this time, will eventually survive, but hold on, Boogie does not want this to end. A bit of a low in that HP, Kimmy hops in, now will need to run away as Joseph jumps in, Rhythm of Beats, does not have enough damage, though, but still just enough with the help of Mugi to shut down Sirrar. An unstoppable fight that is just not ending again. It is Anti answering back on the other side. All 6 kills in this one super extended fight, champ.
That fight like kept on going for almost 2 minutes, I would say, and somehow we see the kill score being like 3-3. I would say both our teams are equal in terms of gold and map pressure right now. We're seeing some more action happening mid lane.
I
Oh,
don't
here
think
we
there's
look
going
at.
to be anything more for the next couple of minutes, though.
I mean, here we can look at the items. Nothing out of the ordinary. Actually, interesting thing. Kimi going for that Feather of Heaven first item. Most people like to prioritize Sky Piercer these days. Some more action happening mid lane.
Oh my goodness, Kimmy with the way how he just survived out there, made sure Rudy's in an off position to pick them eventually, and now Joseph will have to move back to for the dead strike, trying to take Sarar Moon as Innocent gets a double. A bit of an overextension from Mugi as he will be shut down, though Joseph needs to run away as Anti tries to chase him. He still is able to outmaneuver. The dash with the rhythm is insane. Joseph survives that.
Yeah, these team fights are already happening. Like it's only the the second title of the game, which means it's like the 4th minute of the game, and we're seeing some insane action happening. The gold lanes are rotating mid lane, picking up a double kill from Innocent, and the first title. Sorry, that is the second title being worked on.
Oh, but for now, it's going to be still secured by Joseph as again the feathered airstrike out here to zone. Anti just
Anti.
maneuvering perfectly though, but
Anti.
maybe not going to
Anti.
survive out there. Should die as the power of wilderness was also used, but he still dashes in the wrong place. Timmy was ready for him. The Filda out there, and then I'll have to say, man, it was an awkward position, but a big win for Tartarus with the turtle as well as an extra pick.
Ooh, the conceal play.
Yep, yeah, they do not want to stop. Asuna still will be able to survive out there with the flicker in his hand, but look at the amount of pressure this time. Stark, he's out in an island alone, stranded in the bombardments on top of him. Seems like this is the Pearl Harbor, and he's not going to survive through that at all. Tartarus just know where to go and when to go.
Yeah, some more action happening top lane. Joseph might be in trouble. Never mind. He backs up with that dash, the second skill of Joy easily. Mugi might be in trouble. Never mind. He backs up. Non-stop action happening left and right. Map-wise, I think at this point, it's no more equal. Kimi was struggling a little bit that early game, but he made a huge comeback as soon as he got his level 4. Made some pretty good sets and got some kills for his team. An arrow landing.
A lot of it is on Mugi, not the right target though, but this time Kimi, they want to stun him up as a big Abyssal arrow from Asuna. Catches him down, immobile for 3 seconds, perfect. And this is what Lakshmi Chit Fund have to do. They have damage, but the thing is, they really either need to pick Kimi off or they just need to shut down Eden on that Farsa, who's just popping in the feathered airstrike right now, being shut down though, and the fight is broken into 3 different fronts, with Moon is the first one to fall. But hold on a second, Innocent on an island out there in the open was eventually taken down as again the guiding wins this time around on Mugi. Want to take him out as well. The stun was perfect, but Kimmy from the side was able to stun a pass on the ball too, but the HP was depleted. The shield is there. The Oracle was also there to support him out, though again a lot of damage. Kimmy will not survive his anti. Shuts him down on the other end. Another feathered airstrike. This fight started when he did use the first one. It just does not stop.
Joseph. We saw some long extending team fights there, and they tried to do the turtle without their jungle, and Joseph just like walks by, press that red tree, secures that second turtle of the game, and the lead is in favor of turtles once again. Itemization wise, I don't see anything unusual, but Innocent has been farming up really nicely. 3-1-1, giving I think he gave shutdown to the hands of enemy marksman. Kimi picking up 1 kill on Innocent, and some more action happening top lane scared.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you mentioned about Stark Easy picking up that 1 kill onto Innocent, because on the back of that, now he's got to concentrate in his energy as well. Now, this is not something we normally see on a Kimmy, but he wants to build a bit of a sustain as well out on the other side, though a bit too deep out there, my man. He's going to be playing safe. Rudy this time around as a feathered airstrike was used up by Eden. Try and zone all of them off. They wanted to take the mid tier 1, they could not. And Innocent on the top side was able to shut them down, but this time Joseph left on an island out in the open, stunned up, taken down, but Innocent is still pushing the top lane. They're losing the macro game.
You know what? I think that was kind of strategic. That Joseph gave the kill away to them. Like that was kind of a strategical sacrifice, I'm thinking. So the Erythral can farm up top lane and push a tower. Some more action. Kimi goes down, scared.
Yeah, he was just stunned up. The Lakshmi Chitpan are playing as a 5. They're playing as a unit. They're not letting anyone go solo on the other side. And I think so. It's kind of fair as well, because on the other side, there's a scaling composition. You can't really stun up all the people just like that right now. Innocent, though, out in the open, one catch faster now. Absolutely. Still able to run away out of the harm's way. Stark Easy has picked up the Sky Piercer. Now, this is not something we normally see on any Kimmy player whatsoever. This is just him pulling some big guns out. And I think so this is a good idea. They're behind in goal, is making an item that is cheap. And since starters have got a decent amount of shield and maneuverability, I think so this item can get that execution as well. And if he stacks up on this, I don't think so starters would be able to shut him down though.
I personally myself was not a big fan of Sky Piercer Kimi, but nowadays I see everyone making it, so I am also like trying it out sometimes. Oh, Innocent picking up another kill.
Absolutely on Rudy. He went in, overextended, did not anticipate the burst coming in from the Erythral right now. So Moon was able to trade it out though, but still it's again another pick from Joseph. A double for him. Mugi will survive as Innocent comes in from the flank, stun connected. Eden will try and save the man. It's Innocent on such a low HP, will still pick it up, but overstays. And this anti on the other side does not have enough to take Mugi down. He needs to run away. And Joseph opts in. He dashes in on his face and recalls as well. The TLPH recall. That is so I would say, I wouldn't exactly call that toxic, but that is exactly what LCF would do to them as well if they got the 2 picks. But absolutely fine, super fun out there. Here's the thing, this fight eventually does not stop. Again, Rudy just going so far deep, did not realize that Stark has been taken down on the back line. And now they would just need to run back because they will have to concede the slot.
Yes, at this point, it's not looking good for Lakshmi Chitfund. They're constantly looking to pick up kills. Meanwhile, macro game, Tartarus has been overwhelming Lakshmi Chitfund in terms of macro. And that's the first Lord being worked on by Tartarus right now. It's going to be contested, I'm thinking.
they kind of want to contest that as well, but there is no Stark Easy out in that fight, so Innocent should have the advantage as long as it does not overstay. Kimmy messes up the dash, messes up the ultimate, needs to run away now. He's just on an island alone, left, and Winter taken down. His Lord is now going to be not also stolen, but Joseph pins it with the retreat. There's no more for the dash strike available. Innocent still out there, moving, running wild, win that lion. And the fangs are pretty sharp as well as he takes down Sarar Moon. It's 1-for-1 trade. And on the back of it now,
Joseph
a
again.
big win right now coming in for Tartarus, but this might be a mistake. This might be a big mistake. Stark shuts Joseph down, and that right before the Lord is Boogie. Now runs away. Anti will try to zone him off. I think so. Tartarus are getting a bit overzealous.
Overzealous? Yeah, and that was a big shutdown. That gives the penetration item onto Kimi. Now she should be like more online. Oh, summer action anti.
Right now, Innocent just wants to shut Fury down, and it's got enough damage. My man has got a Berserker's Fury, a Heart's Claw, probably a GDS as well. He'll be melting everyone though, but on the other side, Kimi, there's one who's being melted right now. Stark Teasy needs to run away. A stun land again from Atsuna, and a big one as well. Is on the back of it now. Mugi will be shut down finally, but the Lord is still marching from the top lane. LCF will need to take care of it.
Yeah, LCF now definitely needs to take care of the Lord, and Innocent is the one that's going to be taking care of Anti almost. Never mind. Anti is going to be using that first kill, getting that speed boost, and surviving. It's not going to be costing any inhibited towers for Lakshmi Cheat Fund with that first Lord, but I'm thinking that this Innocent might be looking for going with the team totally now that he's like full build. And gonna be hurting with that crossbow.
You know, here's the thing. An interesting thing that I've noticed right now. We'll talk about that in a second, though, as Joseph, again, way too far ahead, was eventually taken down. And that could be a big play for LCA because now they can take the map space away from Tartarus. They can claim that ground back. Now the other side, Innocent now in the middle of 5 more people. Rudy yet again being a bit too reckless, taken down, and on the back of it, Joseph just stuns up Asuna on the wall. They will take down Stark Easy too. It's all down to Sarar, who's trying to run away, trying to survive, trying to be safe. In front of him, almost takes them down. But it does not matter, as Innocent still survives. It's a 4-for-1 trade in favor of Tartarus, and they might as well just close the series out in 2-0-3. Big chunky minions, and Sirar is eventually stunned up. Kimmy, Innocent, Mugi, and Eden will shut this game down, will shut LCS upper bracket run down, and close the series in 2-0.
Yeah, Tartarus winning that 2-0. Kind of an... a bit of anticlimactic, even though we saw a hell lot of team fights coming up, like happening everywhere. I want to mention that Selena being picked up by Lakshmi Cheat Fund, which is like not that reliable unless you can like land some arrows where your team can also engage. But they had Mathilda paired up with Selena, which doesn't go well as all. If I'm playing Selena, I want to have some beefy frontline who can like let me engage after I land my arrow more, like with more confidence, I would say. And
I
that
agree.
yeah, go on, Scared.
Yeah, here's the thing, I think over towards the EXP is where the main difference was. When you're playing the Esmeralda, you want to reach towards the mid to late game and then you'll be beefy enough. But for an Hilda, that's not a big problem. You build a couple of half items and then you're just good to go because you can hop in the bush and get some of the HP back on the back of that passive. And I think that played a big role. Plus also it came down to itemization, considering there was a Parsa on the other side and also there was the joy in the hands of Joseph. The itemization that came in from Anti, there was no silence rogue. And I think so that was also the big reason why he was being melted in an instant because Innocent was not targeting him. And again, there were so many mistakes coming in from the side of LCF2, like Rudy jumping in multiple times with the circling eagle in many situations. Out in the open alone without any kind of backup as well. So miscommunications too. And I think it was such a great play from Tartarus. They were their own strings as well that they had to tie up. But in terms of the coordination, in terms of the punish that they could give, they did a phenomenal job on that. And I'll have to give kudos to Innocent as well in many of these situations. He was
Absolutely,
able to
absolutely.
farm up quickly on the Erythriel. He had the Berserker's Fury, he had the Claw, and he knew that all right, now I'm ready to take all of them down because they're not that tanky, they're not that beefy. So, pretty solid game by both Tartarus as well as LCF. But LCF eventually now have to take that lower bracket run. Not a place that they're not accustomed to, but on the other side, Tartarus having a freebie from the upper bracket will move into the finals.
Yes, I might have been a little bit of guilty for watching the Golden too much. Let my role decide what I'm watching mostly. I'm sorry for that. Kind of missed out on that XP lane probably, but Innocent, yeah, absolutely phenomenal on that Erythrail, being able to farm up that fast. Always being like 1.5 item ahead of his counterpart on that on Kimi like Stark, right? So like a massive shout out to Innocent on that Erythrail.
Absolutely phenomenal play from both of these teams overall at the end. But to be honest, I think so. I believe that would be it for the first game, right? Because now we've also got another best of 3, ladies and gentlemen, which no one would want to miss out on that too. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back as we are watching the Cloud Clover Championship True International Season 2 India Qualifiers. And again, before we go on to the break, a huge shout out to True International as well as Next G for the collaborative partners as well. And I mean, this event has been brought to us by them. So huge shout out to them for making this all possible. We'll be right back after the short break, people. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again for the Indian qualifiers to international here. We have reached the upper bracket quarterfinals, and we are going to be seeing two teams right now. And we have Ascendria, Achillian, yeah, those are the underdog teams versus Big to Plummet. So we have these two teams, powerhouses right now. They're going to be battling against each other in this best of three series, and we have a lot of good news coming for you guys as well, because in the first game we had a little bit of an inconvenience, so we are deeply sorry about that. That won't happen again, and we have already fixed it, and this time around we will be having a smooth and sailing stream as well. Yeah, the cinema is coming up soon because we have our two teams also ready, and onto the caster deck it will be me alongside Sebastian.
Yo, what's up, Debbie? I was so excited to watch Toddlers versus LCF, and I'm even more excited to watch Sendria and Peak to Plummet. Peak to Plummet is very, in a way, aggressive when they decide for their lineup to be. But I love the way Sendria plays, though. The way they snowball with the marksman. It's completely new, and I've never expected that, from the team like this.
Yeah. That's the power, right? That's the power of the underdogs, right? When you are so well known, you are read out, but when you do not show yourself very much, you are usually very hard to counter. And I think Ascendria they do have this, they do have a good way to try to start these as well. But we cannot rule out Pick to Plummet too, because they are also one of the best we have seen in this tournament so far. And mind you, into the first match, we have seen LCF and Tartarus. It was a clean sweep by Tartarus, and those two were, two of the powerhouses that we have in this tournament. And another one was, it's Big to Plummet, but like you mentioned, Seb, Ascendria Achillian, they're so good in the snowball, and they are so good on the way they adapt to their opponent's play style very well. So I think, what we are going to be seeing is not, it's going to be action packed, and I'm sure of it.
It is the semifinals, and just as you've said, anything can happen. We could see the fall of Peak to Plummet, or we could see, the fall of Ascendria, the underdogs that were, shining really, really brightly in the previous days as well. But oh man, I'm just so excited to see which of the lanes are gonna, compete with each other, who's gonna outshine each other here. And once again, guys, this is not just a battle for one, but it is a battle for all, as you guys should be liking the stream and sharing it as well. Oh, did we mention that we're going to be doing a 100 diamonds winners to the ones who successfully forecast who's going to be the winner?
Yep, forecasting prediction is what you can do here. To be eligible for the giveaway, you have to go and predict the winner in the comment sections of our Instagram post here. It will be given in the description. I'm pretty sure of it. The link is gonna be there. Try to follow in and try to comment who's your favorite team as well as the winner. And we will be randomly choosing the winner from those comments. If you do not comment, you are not eligible, guys. It's different from what we did last few days. So yeah, pull up your Instagram all the time. I know everyone have Instagram, but if you want to have a chance, just try to grab it. Yeah, who do you think will go? Who are you trying to predict?
I love playing games like these. It's like the moment you have your bets on in, it's like, you know what, I think maybe the other team's gonna do better, so it's like a game of cats and mice.
No, but yeah, we'll never, you can't choose, right? We can't really choose who's gonna be winning. But I think the fans have their favorites, so I'm pretty sure they are gonna be supporting them as well. But yeah, forget about that. But wait, they won't forget about it. I think I'm pretty sure they will remember that. Just try to predict your. I would try to predict, but like I mentioned, we have powerhouses, right? But you'll never know, because even Ascendria Achillian, they have been performing so well in the previous matches that we have seen. They are like, the shocking factor, the surprise factor.
Most
Oh,
definitely.
how they can make Vantali. They were able to pull up so well, and they are able to adapt so fast. This kind of teams are what I'm looking for watching most of the time. And I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
after the tournament, even if they aren't able to get the champions, or even if they will be able to get the champions, they will be pretty well known. I'm sure of it.
Exactly. Oh, 100%. Because the top teams here playing, it's no joke. The way the play styles that are being played, it's either something you're used to or something that
Mm,
you've never gone against. So it's always like an element of surprise especially if
mm.
you're the player here. And casters, as we always get to enjoy watching these teams destroy each other in a good way. In the battlefield, not in the real life. Hopefully.
No, 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 no. Hopefully not. Like if that event happens and they go for a face fight, you'll never know, right? You'll never know.
Exactly.
So yeah, we are safe. We are safe. This is an online gaming. We love to have all the players playing fair and square, and to have a little bit of beef together, right? Those are what the dramas are, and we live for those kind of drama. But no accents, man, no accents. But yeah, all jokes aside, though, we are gonna be jumping into the drafting phase, ladies and gentlemen. This is a best of 3 series, and Sandra Echelon will be having the first pick, and Picture Plummet will be having the second pick here.
Oh, Debbie, I feel like Peak to Plummet have to get rid of, the
Mm.
one here because you don't want to. You know what happened
Yes,
last time.
that's right. Yeah, right. For sure.
Um, it's funny because she's really underrated right now. But the fact that she's still up in the medal list without actually being there is crazy work, man. Crazy.
And I think she is also situational and compatible in more
Mhm.
situations than one. So I think for Picture Plummet though, the thing is they usually love to go for the assassins, right? And one is actually very weak against Ling or the Hayabusa
Mhm.
or the Penny, so they have to take it away. Maybe they are also, they can try to make way for the 1-1 to appear again, because I'm pretty sure it's one of the most comfortable hero that their goal winner is playing this time around. And I think
Mhm.
they do understand this, because even a respect ban and a way for them to stop a possible counter for their marksman as well. The Fanny has to go,
Exactly.
because you can see, right, Picture Plummet, they
Mhm.
are very focused on assassins. They don't usually play well with utility.
Exactly, I agree. And oh, I love the Matilda always being banned out. She's definitely has to be, I think, the only support here that is the most banned because mm, I've mentioned this a lot of times before. She provides heal, mobility, and shield. Now that is crazy. Like heroes like Florin, they give heal and kind of immune the anti-heal a wee bit, but that's all. No shield. Except for the Angela, of course, which she does give only when she uses the hard card. But then Matilda is like, it just takes a few seconds for her to give the shield and the mobility. So you don't want that against your opponents when you guys are, all the diving heroes that you have, like Alpha, Basha. You could have the Cat out as well, but if the Matilda is there to just take away their front line, it's a safety. Now that is going to be a huge issue for both of the teams here.
And I think they do really understand the kind of metas too, because if you look at the bans here, the Lucas has to be taken away again. So two jungle focus ban for the side of Ascendria Etchin, and they really want to nerf down the potential for Picture Plummet to go for a high damage assassin as well. Not just assassin, but the Lucas too, because Lucas can dive into the backline quite easily in comparison to other tankier more sustained heroes. So
Mhm.
I really like this as well. But Pick Deployment always sticking to their original plan. This team doesn't really like to give away the Jushin, even though they are mainly assassin-oriented strategy style of squad. But still,
Mhm.
understandable. Maybe they just wanna have their XP laner or a Roamer a greater time, because most of the
Mhm.
time when you have an assassin into the jungle, you really want a frontliner, a damage soaker onto the roam position as well as the XP, because one damage soaker is not going to be enough and two is going to be necessary. And I think this is also the reason why they always ban away the Jushin. That has to be it. But Sandra Challen, what do they ban here? Should they go for the marksman or another assassin again?
You know what, Devi, I love the way you mentioned that, we need to. Oh,
Yeah.
Badang, okay, we need two frontliners here, the damage takers. And I love
Yeah.
the idea of having a tank jungle that basically makes three damage takers, which
yeah.
we love to see right now. And we are seeing as the Badang in the roam or, the EXP there. Either way, both works. Not only is he dealing damage, he's also taking away a huge, damage for his team. And the fact that you're gonna have another tank jungle possibly is that I find it weird yet so satisfying over the fact that they kind of prioritize picks over that. But it's weird though because you said Peak to Plummet focuses on assassin types. And I didn't really understand and see why Ascendria would have banned out Baram because he is an really, really excellent, anti-assassin hero. And like, there are many heroes like Cathod, even Barrett's, Hylos. These guys are really, really wonderful picks to go against, assassins, and to see him go away, but get the Bashir here and leave out two good picks out here for Peak to Plummet. That is shocking. She's open as well, but I don't think they want to focus on Florin, considering the fact that she's not really tanky. She just does provide the heal, but once they have a mobility hero, maybe in the EXP lane or the mage, she's just gone, dude.
Yeah, that's what that's the downside of it, Florian. You got all the heals, but you do not have the mobility or the way to survive. And I think Alexandria and Finlands, they are just trying to trade out the possibility of what kind of collision they are choosing. Because they do not want to give up the Badang or the Baxia together, so they have to ban one, so they opt to go for the Baxia, which is this time around I think most squads have known how to counter this particular hero. They usually go for the carries, right? They usually go for the Xbox into the jungle. There we go, carry. First big time actually. Okay, I think Skyzen, he hurt me, right? This guy is good on the carry, I can tell you, but he's not. He's also good on the range hero. I think nah, I'm not jinxing, man. But team first pick, I'm not sure about team first pick, but micro wise, they're gonna be set to go. But the XP has to be a heavy crowd control for pick to planet.
Oh, I think they're mostly, trying to go for Chip because he's gonna go to the back lane, and I think Carrie is a wonderful execute hero. I would say because her true damage is something you cannot ever defend against, and even if you're not tanky, even if you're using a bloody full full build Layla there, a carry is always gonna win. That is the scary part about why. Oh my goodness me! Again, there we go. We have the previous match that Ascendria played. The first three picks that they picked in that very match are the same picks that they are picking right now. And that's going to be Fasha the first, Fasha on the second, and 1-1. I think Executor, if not mistaken, on 1-1 as well. Let's go.
I think this is gonna be a Hayabusa, man. I don't know. Maybe it has to be the Hayabusa, right? Because Hayabusa is so gonna be good on the 1-1 and the Farsa too, the immobile hero. But oh
100%.
no. So the Hayabusa has to ban away, right? Has to be banned away by the side of
Exactly.
Ascendria and Finland. They have to because
But-
they prioritize the
Mhm.
Gatot first. Picture Clement, they have to ban, right? What should they ban
Yes.
here? What are the choices?
Oh, you remember though the opponent they previously went against as well. They picked the Hayabusa, but it didn't work out well.
Oh yeah.
Because the one was too fed. She was too she snowballed so bloody well, especially when it started. When the mid game started and she started getting her Hathclaws and the Windtalker. The moment she had those two items as her second and third, she started shining out so brightly with the help of Basha here tanking all of the damages. Even though he was in the roam, if not mistaken, yes.
Yeah. That's
Oh, the
I think
heart
it's
guard
just,
is taken away.
no heart guard. Okay, so Angela is the heart guard. So no combination of the Baxia or the healers, right? If the Florian's ban here, I'm not gonna be shocked. But still, like you mentioned, the 1-1, I think it also depends on the way the player was using this hero, right? He's so comfortable on this hero.
Exactly.
And right now, against the carry too, this is a winning lane for the side of Ascendra Excellent. And I'm thinking they also have the Farsa now. So the carry might get outranged most of the time. Okay, there we go. The Florin Band coming through for the side of Pick to Plummet here. Always like this when they see a box there. So I
Mhm.
think it's very understandable. But yeah, back to the point though. Carry, I think this time around he's gonna be struggling quite a bit. They need to find an executioner for the side for the 1-1 and the first. And I think it's always better to go for the assassin, man.
Exactly. I agree with you 100% here. But oh my, you know what? I do love that Florin is being banned out. I think maybe this was a pretty good pick here. But then again, they had to prioritize the 1-1. Otherwise, a Basha with Florin is a force to be reckoned with. And they don't want to give that any healer away, as a matter of fact. And right now, I think maybe the only healer available right now would be a Rafaela or the Estes. So I don't think those two will be surviving in the medal list anyway. So right now, as we speak, but the thing is, but okay, just as you've said, Debbie, they were kind of focused on. Should have kind of focused on the Hayabusa, but then again, they get that they get the band out. But I think maybe a pretty good mobility hero, possibly the Ling, possible. The Ling could be pretty good here to counter out the Fasha as well.
Oh yeah, that's actually true. But I would love the Hayabusa better than the Ling, but yeah, they try to
100%.
prioritize. With I may sound like an assassin lover. It's not actually that, because the assassin is so good against this composition that Essendra Excellent are building up, especially the DPS here.
Mhm.
So I'm just rooting for assassins here, for Pick to Plummet here, because I also know that they love playing the assassin. We also know, we have seen so far the Lancelot, the Ling, the Hayabusa appears from their side, of course the Fenny too, but it's banned away now. But the Ferrami is banned here though. Oh, they're just trying to count. Oh, is this a bug serum? Oh no, wait, bugs are XP, no CC for the side of Ascendra at
XP.
Canon. What is
They
the
have.
ongoing here?
I think this is a pretty good shot here for Ascendria. I did not expect. I think this is the first time Diggy's being picked out here, and it is
Yeah.
the semifinals as well. Diggy finally
at that.
makes his debut. Oh my goodness me! I'm so happy. Oh,
Man, and there we go, the Ling too. That was the perfect choice, right? Always Ling. Oh my god. This is a very fun, I would say fun draft, very interesting for both of these teams. It's a counter to counter. The parameters to try to counter the potential crossbow of tanks, and they're gonna be lacking a little bit of a magic damage, but Pick the Parent have to focus on their carry only. But Sandra Atilian, they do have the ways to fight this in the mid game, because the power spike for them is mid game, and the Diggy will be neutralizing every kind of possibility for CCs coming up on the side of Pick the Plummet.
and we are in the land of dawn, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I have really high hopes for April here. You know what? I have to say something here. It's weird that Diggy's being picked out here, but then again, so wonderful, And the thing is that if he decides to pick the favor roam here, oh my goodness me, the shield and the heal. I completely forgot that, I completely forgot about the fact that even if you provide shield, you're still gonna, activate your heal roam as well.
And I think they can use this to their advantage as well. And you know what? This is the 8-all combination of a Diggy and a 1-1, right? You just try to use the time, not the time turning, the second skill to drag back your opponent.
Oh no!
Okay, oh, damn it, though. Lemonnier, he's
I don't. Oh, dude, if he kind of saved up that Inspire there and wait for Lemonaire, but oh my goodness me, the flicker pops up for Lemonaire here in order to get back to safety. Oh my gosh, the little rabbit. Oh my goodness me, Dracoon! The flicker pops up. Laying with his Tempest of Blades, I don't think he's going to be able to sustain this at all. There's so much damage and so much, CC here because of April. And I think this is a wonderful pick by April here. Even though Link is going to be able to, dash around with his blades. Oh no, that is... Wait, what?
It's
You know,
just a
I
big.
think the thing is even though like he's able to dash around with the his blades here, Charan, the issue is that Degi here is going to be able to lock him down even if he decides to fly away. Now that is going to be a big issue, and I think they definitely we're expecting the Gatot pick here and trying to hope to see to kind of lock him in order to not really chase his his teammates here, Sandria here, away from that fight as well. Oh, the dude, what in the world?
Yeah, that was a pretty, I don't know, misconception for Picture Permit 2. But the thing is, they traded the one-to-one kill onto the roamers here. And
Mm-hmm.
well, the thing he doesn't mind dying because he does give out a vision when he is into the egg bomb too. But now the turtle is going to be up. And what are the teams
Oh, the
already?
feather edge strike pops in. The AG
Oh!
connects. Aizen is all alone here. Paramus is not going to be able to help out. Will Joy be able to get a kill here? But no! No, the nether round popped up just in time here. NEM might be going down here. Charin is aiming for that shot there, and I think he's going to be able to get it. He gets it all the way. Not just getting the turtle, but he also gets. Oh my, what? The heck was that, Charin? That was a wonderful play.
You know what, Terran, I think this is one of the signature picks that we have seen so far. We haven't been able to see so far, actually, because the link hasn't been picked up quite well onto his hands. And either way, the link is not really a good skill. But when you last pick a link into this kind of competition, I think he just knows what he's going to be doing. And this is going to be a little bit of a level lead that he's going to be having now. But look at that.
Okay, the
Oh.
AOG connects, but there's no one to kind of, lock him down. So I think that could have been a possible loss for Fasha here, but let's see.
No, one wasted resources for the side of Ascendere Achillean Ado, but the first does have a really short cooldown even in the early phase of this game. But look at the level gap between the two of the jungles. Already Perrin got the level 7 and going 8, so 2 levels ahead into the first part of this game. No potential builds coming through, but look at next. We was just trying to look for something here into the very early phase, but Lemonnier.
Oh no, not looking good. Carry pops up the dual blades here, but the AOG Charin connects on. Oh my goodness me, what a beautiful play by Aizen here, at least trying to save his teammates from the AOG, and he does. Charin does go down though, but that was a wonderful timing for the Feather Arc to get back, from the cooldown and save what could have been a very dangerous play for Sendria here. Not looking good. I think he's going to be going down. He does. 1-1 comes up, and I think he's waiting for the oh no, that's not good. That's not good. I don't think it's gonna be able to work out here. Okay, at least even though he got he got killed, he got executed there, but then again he was able to make a really wonderful comeback here with a beautiful double kill against Sendria.
And I think this is the possibility why this is also the reason why they are going for this kind of composition here too. And the speed that the Link have, he just he can't be outmatched most of the time even with the Joy. So I think it was a little bit of a jealousness for the side of Ascendria to try to go for more kills. And yeah, the gain is more into the hands of Picture Permit time and again because of this Link in third skiller, because he already got the first build Berserkers already on for him. Meanwhile, I think it's actually very costly in comparison to the Solim side onto the hands of Joy here. So maybe there's a possibility that the jungle will have a more level for the side of Picture Permit, but then again, they have the bugs that the NT heal. But look at the conceal though, Lemonnier might be looking for something.
Close. I think they might, they have to mark Nem as much as possible because, if Skyzen does not have his flicker, he's going to be having a very tough time against Joy as well. And the fact that, Dracoon is always going to be close by and that, he's probably going to risk it all just to get that carry in so that at least the Basha would sustain as much possible damage as well. But there we have it. Lemonnier looks like he's going to be in trouble. The cheap shortcut has been used up. Once again, the AUG connects. 1 to 3 to 4 people as well. NetherRealm locks in 1-1. Looks like he might be able to activate his ultimate on time. And he gets it. He gets, but I don't think he's gonna be able to get enough there. He does not.
Oh,
He's not able to do much, but then he goes down instead as well. Charin looks like I think he might be able to get a kill here, but no, he gets locked down instead. The wonderful
wow.
man, the Michelin man, takes him down.
That was a perfect stun for Max here, able to save his teammate as well as himself and getting a kill onto the jungle for the side of Picture Planet 2. And you know, it was quite wondrous and very dramatic to see that the time Donny was popped to try to neutralize the amount of crowd control coming out from this side of the Lemonnier onto the tip, but then again arrives the nether realms onto the hands of Savage Warrior, able to save his teammate too into the backline as well, getting down the 1-1. So this is gonna be giving a free farm for the side of the carry here. Kaizen is able to get those, you know, perfect advantages of the way the 1-1
Oh no,
has been
oh
getting.
no, not looking good here. Executor!
Oh!
They're marking Executor so much. But there we go, the NetherRealm kind of saves them, but I think Charin might be the one to go down here, but no. Okay, he's gonna be able to get back away to safety, and now so close. They wasted so much on trying to get Executor, and he's gonna be really, really happy to know that they're gonna be able to farm for a while here, because Peak to Plummet have a really, really, you know, hard counter lineup here, especially for not just one, but even the Joy here. But there again, lock in comes out by Aizen. What a beautiful play, but he gets taken down here. I think he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be able to work this out. But the Revitalize, okay, the Revitalize is able to save him though.
Oh my goodness, I think the marksmen of these mats aren't having the best times of their life because Skyton almost killed himself with the basic attacks just because of the vengeance popped by Mr. Max there onto the Baxia. And even Executor always being marked down like you mentioned. And you know, the thing that I really, really hate him do that is that he's just trying to stay
Oh my goodness.
in. Oh,
That was the thing they were looking for. They tried to do a combo wombo with the Bashia and the lockdown by Diki here in order to stop him from flying around. I think that's a pretty good idea though.
yeah, it's you know, 8-0 combination, right? Just try to get your marksman and the Diggy together, especially with the Bruno that has been, you know, used quite well. But with 1-1-2, it's an easy crossbow of tank activator, right? But the thing is, that was an assassin. If it was some hero that has a weak mobility, they could have got that crossbow of tank. But interesting build coming up from Lemonade though. He's got no tanky build. He's got the fleeting time. What?
Oh, that was close. Okay, I think the ultimate had been popped up there by Joy. The electrifying beats has been wasted, but I think that was for a good cause. You don't want to get caught up by that Joy. I mean, the carry here, you know, the moment you have full HP, it means she's just going to deal more damage against you. And over the fact that, you know, her true damage deals according to how high your HP would be, you know, the current HP, that is not something you would like to go against as well. Oh, 1-1. I think he might be in trouble here, but Flickers away. What a beautiful, you know, counter to 1-1. Once again, the AOG pops off the 3 people, and this could be a beautiful double kill here for the side here. And he gets the triple. Charin on a wonderful Tempest of Blades. Oh, dude, I think the April, you know, he used it a little too early there.
You know, it was also a bait, right? It was also a bait. The shortcut baits all the time, Dorney. And then comes in the AOZ with the Tempest of Blade too. That was a wombo combo, which Ascender Excellent does not have any kind of CC to try to counter those. And I think it was a very, very good idea for them to try to bait it out as well. But the Lord is also taken by Pick the Plummet, and they are looking stronger and they are looking good because they haven't been, you know, for Ascendra, they haven't been able to take any structure down for Pick the Plummet. Meanwhile, Pick the Plummet, they have been sending the link to farm out into the top lane, to go into the bot lane time and again and go for the structure, slowly chipping it down. And look at that, the Lord will be marching and to the top lane again, and maybe there's a possibility that they will be able to get this mid lane tower.
You know, I think maybe even I think a Terizla would have been much better option at this point because they do have a Dicky. But you know, I think if you're not going to focus much on a Basha roam or the the jungle, I don't really advise him. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I don't really advise him. Like this is I speak with experience as well. But because he explained, you have to give it to someone who is going to be making a lot of plays in Basha is not up to that mark in a sense that he's not going to be able to sustain a lot if he does not hit the correct hero, and then you're just trying to make a play with that, and the team is not on the sorry the team is on their way, yes, but the thing is Basha is not going to be able to sustain much because he anyone who has a significant amount of damage, the HP is always balanced out to make sure that they don't sustain so much while also dealing a lot of damage. So yeah, there we go.
I think it's gonna be hard right now because Skyden already gotten the Malefic gun too. So he's gonna be
Oh
having the
no.
capability and he's gonna be serving the purpose of what a carry is supposed to be doing. But then again, he's also gonna be needing the win of nature in order to survive any kind of cosmo of tank. But look at shortcut.
Oh, dude, not looking good. Okay, the AUG flicker has been
Oh,
wasted once again. With the
what?
freeze coming up with eyes in there. Oh my goodness me, Jarin. I think he's gonna be able to make a play once again. He gets the Farsha. Wait. Oh my, the damage coming up.
Wow.
Wow. I'm at a loss for words, man, because he's just waiting for his team to make a perfect set for him, and he makes sure he gets that as well, and he executes it beautifully.
Yeah, you know what? I think they're communicating like, yeah, just bait the first house flicker and I'll handle the rest, right? The first house it doesn't have a flicker because of the AOZ that he tried to dodge. No wings, my wings too, and the knockout comes in and the Tempest of Blood for the clearance. And that was a
No,
good way
definitely.
of communication too. And if you look at his build also, he's got the endless battle with the 42 damage as well as the BOD already. The link with the BOD, a link with the BOD is gonna be needing only basic attacks to try to kill you, and the Tempest of Blade to survive, and you are done for. But the thing is, I really hate that Ascendria H&M does not have any way to counter the link, right? No CC whatsoever. They have expected an assassin because of their picks. But with the Digi so squishy, their only frontliner is the Basia, and he isn't able to
Exactly.
handle that much damage coming through for Picture Plummet. But look at the Lord already marching down onto the top lane and peak. They might look for something here.
I think the Lord marching down here, they have to make the most of it. And I love the way that, oh my goodness me, the AOG is just waiting for Fasha. And he gets a beautiful two-man hit there as well. The
Wow.
Tempest of Blade drops in, dealing a huge amount of damage to their side as well. There we have
Okay.
it. Executor is not able to do much. And they might be able to defend this though. And no, I don't think so at all. They're going to be able to end this. And there we have it. There was too much engage, there were so many dive heroes, and for Ramis to literally, save the team, I don't think that was, a really, really good matchup against to Plummet here. Sandra, they had a pretty good lineup, but then again, they just didn't have the, the dive heroes or the ones that need to initiate well. They had the Pasha, but I don't think it was enough to counter the amount of sustain and the amount of CC popping up from the peak to plummet here.
Yeah, and very understandable, right? The thing I really hate that 1-1 did was he was level 8 and meanwhile Skyzen was already level 10 executor. He was trying to rotate so much. I mean, we are sure that the 1-1 is definitely declining in the mid lane, but he was trying to make plays so much more of the time, joining the team fight time and again and losing out onto all the waves that was spawning for him in the bot lane, and it was just a waste for him. And again, for Skies, and he was able to get so much gain because he was free hitting. And the one thing I'm sure is if Executor stuck in the lane, he could have won in the 1v1 situation, because this is a 1-1 with an Inspire and his carry we are talking about, right? The carry doesn't have the range. The 1-1 jumps around. He is high mobile. So, it was a little bit of a misconception on his part as well, but maybe that's the way the 1-1 was played by him most of the time. But, you never open an assassin when you want to play a 1-1, and we can see how much it was for him to handle the Ling. I think it was too much for Attilan, and I think this time around, they have to be mindful of their drafts and the assassins they open.
I would say that was a pretty devastating first match for Ascendria.
Because like I've said, in best of threes, best of fives, and the best of sevens as well, the first match being taken away, it pays a huge toll on your mental strength as well. And over the fact that, you lost the first one, and what if we lose the second one as well? Game over. The thoughts like that tend to creep in your mindset, and it is devastating. It has really, really devastating effects. But worry not, Ascendria. I've seen them play like a good long matches as well. Their late game is pretty good, but peak to plummet. Oh my goodness me, they did not give a chance to make a comeback at all, and I think that was for a very good reason. They have a lot of late game heroes, and the fact that Joy is going to be even with the Athena shield, you're not going to sustain much against Joy's electrifying beats. And the fact that 1-1 is there, and I think he could have gone for the Holy Trinity build, which is the Demon Hunter Thor, the Corrosion Scythe, and the Golden Staff as well. I think she would have done so much better because they had a lot of HP to eat away at, and Demon Hunter would have been so happy to be picked out there.
Yeah, unfortunate. But we have to give a little bit of a breathing room for players too and our staff as well. So let us take a few minutes break, and we will be back soon. All right, as promised, it was a very short break, and I don't think you even blink either. But yeah, we are gonna be back into the second game, ladies and gentlemen, because we have a first game won by Peak to Plummet. They are not plummeting; they are rising to the peak, and the second game will be the decider if they are gonna be clean sweeping this or if Ascendra Excellent have what it takes to make a comeback. So there we go into the drafting phase. Are you sure? Do you think that they will be having a change up into the lineup? Not the lineup, but the heroes.
Man, guys, I have to say, dude, it was so funny, okay, because we did promise a short break, but imagine like sometimes, the short breaks tend to go up to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and we have to apologize for that. But imagine for the ones who had actually gone on a break to get some snacks to eat or, to relieve themselves, and they're back and they're just like, the drafting already ended? What is wrong with you people? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
But then... Oh man, that's funny. I bet there's so many people who've been a victim of us two doing this right now with the help of Cloud Cover Co. And thank you for that. Not only true international, but true international trollers that we are. We'll be seeing I think it's gonna be the same bans here by Sandria, but only the change will be that Chip is gonna be banned out, and I don't think Peak to Plummet would be picking out Chip anyway. But the thing is, they love to do this. If not mistaken, AVM Tortoise and Peak to Plummet, they love to never pick the heroes that they previously picked again. So these guys usually tend to, ban the heroes that they have picked in the previous to completely, like obliterate the thoughts of them trying to pick that again, and they're just going to be like, oh my goodness me, what they banned the heroes they picked in the previous match. What are they going to pick now?
It's kind of unnerving, right? Just to see their hero pools most of the time for the if you are on the opponent's side, and the center Atelan with one game down, they are in a dire position, so they can try to go for the comfort picks right now, and it would still work out because I think most of the time when it's a do or die situation, teams usually go stick to the comfort, and it really works well. But the draft is coming through, and oh my god, it's actually the comfort for the side of Pick to Plummet actually because Louis was taken away when the Badan was completely open by Ascendere Atelan, and oh my goodness, Tarin on his main hero. That's the Hayabusa. I don't think Louis is gonna be having a good time this game.
I gotta say, you know what? They definitely should pick Florin out because they're clearly not sustaining any single group fight that Peak to Plummet, are forcing upon them. And with the help of that, I think maybe they could go for a tanky EXP and hope for an assassin jungle, because I think that's definitely one of the best ways to get rid of Hayabusa as well. It's not just high HP, but if you're able to outsmart him, and there we have it. We got the Basha again on the side of Ascendria. And the Irithel, why isn't the roam kind of being, prioritized here, especially the heal, because Ascendria, they tend to take fights that they can't win, especially against Peak to Plummet. And, it may have worked on other teams, but Peak to Plummet is no other team. They are P2P. And you definitely don't want to, just kind of face an encounter against them without, having the at least 2 to 3 casualties here against them as well.
And yeah, you're actually very right because it is also early on. But the thing is, Irithel is actually very good into the laning. But then again, they could go for the Harriets this time around into the hands of Pick to Plummet, but they stick to the CCTV girl. It's the Novaria to scout out to where the diversion plays are gonna be made, and Pick to Plummet, they are sticking to the original plans of the bands, right? And they're not gone, and I think it's gonna be the Florin making its way again, and I'm really sure for Ascendra Atelan, they could have gone for the Florin when the Irithel was picked and try to put the last pick for the 1-1 again because I think it could work again. But yeah, we'll never know because it's Hayabusa right now, and they could also have gone for the Grander, which have a little bit of mobility and survivability in comparison to any other map, and try to counter it too. But Gatot ban for Ascendria Atelan. Maybe they are banning away the heroes that we are using in the first game.
I think this is a pretty good idea that Peak to Plummet gave us. If you're not going to pick Gatot, just ban him. Either way, whether he's fed or not, he's still going to outshine majority of the players. Whether it's in your team or in the opponent team, whether he's 2 levels behind you, he's still either going to sustain long enough for the team to enjoy, like to start coming in and provide backup, or he's just going to take you alone. That's the kind of hero he is. And okay, they're banning out Harris maybe to counter out the Irithel. I mean, that's kind of weird, but I think you don't really want to, someone who has a high, I think a high capacity of shield that like Harris does, because Louis is going to be there, and the amount of shield he's going to have, there's little to no damage at all being, sent towards the direction of Harris here. And over the fact that he can dash around, I like the idea of him, a hero that cannot be just, hit, but then also deal so much damage and have so much sustain that even heroes like Hayabusa or even assassins like Ling and even the Lancelot are not able to do much here, even though they have like really high burst skills here.
And I thought Ascendria Atelan were actually baiting for a Granger to come off, but when you already see an Irithel, you do not really want to pick up the Granger, right? Because they ban away the Claude, and so Picture Plummet come up with another option. It has to be the Claude, and I think this is gonna be still a weak lane side for Peak again, and Syndra Children will be having the winning side into the goal again. So I think they are very accustomed to playing in the winning goal side because Syndra Children, like you mentioned, they are so good on their snowbally marksman that they usually go for. So maybe that is also the reason why they pick up the Iridol because it's so
Oh,
strong. But
Franco.
April's signature
Again.
Franco.
April.
Oh, whoa. He is the Hayabusa, the
April.
clock. Have to be careful, man. Oh my goodness, I'm really liking the drop this time around for Ascendra Attilan. They have a stun down, but they also have a crowd control.
So Basha is finally going to the jungle
Yeah.
here. So this is really looking pretty good. And I think Khalid against Badang is wonderful. I have to tell you, and his mobility and the sustain he's gonna have against Badang is gonna be pretty
Oh,
wonderful. But then again, he is in the Rome and CC against Khalid, not a good sign, dude. Oh my goodness me, CC is gonna be enjoying a huge stun here, and over the fact that Irithel is gonna be coming around with the sprint and CC and her lockdown. If she's close to any one of these heroes here in Sendria, the Irithel is gone and deleted from the group fight.
yep, deleted from the group fight now. A lockdown, everything is set for Ascendria, but one thing's for sure is that the Badang was actually flagged till the very end and a direct counter already for the hands of the CC here against the Khalid. And I also like that the CC does have a little bit of a mobility to try to catch up to the Khalid, but she will not be able to catch up as fast as she wanna be, but that will be coming down to the 1v1 situation they are gonna be facing. We have our lineup, we have our combination, we have our strat, and let's jump into the land of dawn, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the decider whether it will be the clean sweep or Ascendra Atellan. Will they be able to have a comeback? Only time will tell, and let's witness what Pick Diplomat will bring to the table again.
Oh dang! I'm so excited to watch April and the Iron Hooks again. Because as a Franco mage here myself, I enjoy like really really smooth hooks, and April has those. I have to say, and the thing is, I love their lineup, especially Peak to Plummet as well. They're pretty careful.
Yeah.
They're very very careful. But then again, it. Oh my goodness, me! Look at the
Oh,
damage.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh! Executor's damage. It was so close. Tarion was so close to losing all of that farm he had. And losing even the level 4 there. Oh no, the vision has been popped up by Charion there, and I think he's gonna be able to get this. He gets that beautiful kill. I think he could have saved himself with the flicker there. But then again, you don't want to waste flicker a little too early, so the first blood has to be given away.
Yeah, and I think this is a little bit of a weird emblem for the Franco, the name. I thought he was doing something, but all is well. But yeah, the focusing more onto the Franco, I think he just wanna have a lot of damage, but that's not gonna be having the best claims potential very far because the concussive blast is usually used on a Franco, but it's also gonna be
Yeah.
providing a little bit of damage for his teammates when he's dealing it as well. But maybe he might be caught again, Lemonier.
Oh no, that was a wrong shot. The
Oh,
CCTV camera girl
oh no.
finally gets a beautiful hit as well.
So the stones.
Oh yeah, I was about to mention you called her the CCTV, and it proved. I think this definitely shows what Novaria can do. Not only is she dealing damage long range, she shows every single people that she can in a certain amount of area where like, oh my goodness me,
Oh, Tarin?
oh my, that was a beautiful fish crack coming up by Badang there. Oh my goodness. And the Ogi Shadow kills bouncing around on each other there on April and Max. What in the world is happening?
This, we are seeing a to kill Hayabusa under 2 minutes, going 3 minutes of this game, especially against a boxer. This is something you do not want to give away because assassins, when they skill, when they are doing good, the mid game is the problem. Oh, hook!
No,
Oh,
that was a beautiful escape by Skyzen. Oh my goodness me. The hook connects, but the monkey saves. I think that's
no,
that's the appropriate word for Claude here. And then again, once again, the AOG. Oh, there we have it. Oh, okay. I don't think anyone's gonna be saving up here. Liminaire might be the one being taken down, and he does. He gets taken down. Did I just say AOG? Oh my goodness me, I'm so sorry. Dude, what in the world? Debbie, look at Raccoon here. Oh my gosh. I think he's gonna be able to get away from this, and he gets. No, I don't think so. Okay, he gets taken down instead as well.
oh my god, that was like a lot of ways. Most of the time for Pick Deployment looking for kills here and there, and the pressure is definitely high for their side as well because Ascendra and Talon, they do not have ways to even survive the Hayabusa time and again because already their main damage circle is the Franco and he's 3 deaths down, and this is something you do not usually wanna see when you see a Franco.
Oh, Max!
Good.
Max, I think he's gonna be taken down. No. Oh, dude, the sprint saves him as well. Oh, that was pretty close, but sprint is gone now on the arsenal of Irithel, and against Claude, that's a big issue. And oh, you do see a Thunderbelt already on Lemonade as well. He looks like he's in trouble. He's waiting for his team. He could have just locked them down as his team was there. And I don't think he's gonna be able to make this work. But he does. Karin gets a beautiful double kill here that I think he's gonna be able to get. There we have it. CC. Oh my goodness me, what? CC gets all the way back there. Hayabusa trying to get the shadow onto Executor, but gets away from that safely as well. Oh, this time Executor is playing mage here.
Oh wait, that was the problem. I mean, not that really the problem, but the things that we do not easily see. But already the Zenus run into the hands of the Louis Executor here when he could have gone for the glowing one, which was absolutely gonna be necessary because Lemonade is shielding up quite a lot, and most of the sets has been through, and he's not gonna be able to survive any kind of set of kills coming out from the terrain as well. So, Ascender and Ascendant, they do have the ways to play the macro. But now that they lose out all their
the damage on CC is insane. He has the War Axe already, and a huge ton of true damage is gonna pop up there. Okay, that was a pretty close call for April to steal that again, but there we have it. Nem here looks like he's gonna be in trouble. Claude finally gets the turtle out as well, the wall. Kind of baiting out Lemonade here, kind of baiting out most of them as well. Hey, that's pretty. Oh, Debbie, what is happening?
And I feel like this is such a snowball, and it's gonna be so hard to make a comeback to this 6K goal league that a picture from it already accumulated, and I do not see a way for them to try to cut back. But Tarin though diving in again.
Oh, the flicker, wonderful flicker there by a Dracoon there, and Claude coming in there, and I think he might be able to make something here for their team. Liminaire is close to being taken down, and there we have it. The sprint being used up by Claude, but I don't think he has enough damage yet, as he locks literally onto no one. But I think, you know what, he could have gone in there. Oh my goodness me! Charin! What?
Oh, okay.
Did you see that? Oh, Charin looks like he might be in trouble, but there we have it. The Ogi shadow kill being popped up and saves himself. Dracoon might be able to get this, but no! He gets away.
Wow. I think this time around, Picture Plummet are so ahead in goal. They are so rich that they are willing to do anything and everything. And even if they want to style in, it's possible for them to do so as well. And one thing I really liked about the build coming out from Savage Warrior onto the Navaria is that he's going for the Demon Zeus build and not the cooldown build. He
Mhm.
wants to go for full damage, right? Lightning, lightning. He will go for the Holy Crystal, and the stones are gonna be hitting the half
Oh,
HP, but Zed.
what a beautiful fish crack coming up here by Badang as well. But there's not enough. That's not enough for thing as well. CCTV finally locks onto a few people as well, and April might be getting a shot on. Yeah, he does. He does get shot, and oh my goodness me, Charin
Oh,
once again, Charin so close. Oh my goodness me! I think maybe if he had for a split second got the shuriken there, definitely could have taken down April as well. Once again,
oh,
Badam makes his way. Charin looks like he's going to be
oh!
taken down. Yes, the turret does take him down as well.
Finally, I mean, I would be already very suffocated or frustrated at this point to see the Hayabusa diving in and getting a kill. Oh, that was a lot of damage. But yeah, and we focus on the build. He's going for the War Axe, so he wanna have the true damage as well as the sustain. No Sky Piercer when he is so ahead. I don't think he needs it anymore. That's what I think he does. But yeah, that was a very, very good one. And I don't think Executor have any kind of ways to survive because he's gonna be needing the damage, but he's also gonna be needing the CD and the sustain too, the Winter Crown especially. And I don't think he does have the money to buy the Winter Crown too. And Terran is capitalizing on that most of the time and focusing onto him again and again. And there we go. We're gonna be having the first lot absolutely free and Sandra Etienne, they do not have ways to contest this.
You know what I gotta say? Oh my goodness! Look at the damage of Dracuda once again. Aizen's dealing a huge ton of damage, and he has only War Axe as well. And I think he might be able to get this, and he does. Charin gets hold of the hero that they desperately needed to get, in order to win this. And I have to say, Debbie, picking Claude against Irithel, it's like saying, why should I take the damage and try to out-sustain her while dealing damage when I can just get away?
Oh my god, this is doing the cosplay at this point because the Sandra Etienne, they do not have ways to try to defend any kind of lord that's coming here. The bot lane is gonna be focused. Look at that,
Oh,
CCTV
Barang
again.
is ready with the flicker. He gets at least two people there. Franco gets taken down as well. April not looking good here. Cece Aizen makes a beautiful play as well. There's only two people left, and there's literally five of them. But their HP is low, but he's able to get that as well. Oh my goodness me! It's just Nem now, and enhanced Lord minions here as well. Not looking good here. They're going to be able to end this on a clean slate against
Oh my god,
Ascendria. Oh, dear. Oh, Peak to Plummet has done it.
they have
I
done
think
it
this
up
means.
and running.
Mhm.
Rise up and a running man. This was a clean sweep coming out from them. Ascendra Echelon couldn't stand a chance for Pick to Plummet against Pick to Plummet. This was a pure clean sweep, and the second game it was pure dominance. The comforts weren't enough for Ascendria Echelon to try to win this game. It was such a snowball coming up on the side of Pick to Plummet, especially on a hero like the Hayabusa. When you have 2 kills already under 8 minutes, there is something you could have tried to shut down, and I don't think Sandra have the ways to do it as well. In fact, they were becoming the food for the Hayabusa time and again.
Exactly, and that is why you gotta be really, really careful and try to help your teammates most probably in such a way that the way Peak to Plummet played is that they were able to make up and follow up with every single step that each and every single player did. And that was the difference between Ascendria, because Ascendria were kind of hoping for an opening. Meanwhile, Peak to Plummet were just poking them left and right, just trying to find their own openings as well. And that's what Charin definitely did. The Ling was the first match. Ling was a difficult hero to play, especially against that lineup. A lot of Purify, But then he made do with the fact that his team were able to back him up, and he was able
Yeah.
to do exceptionally well. And once again in this match, he does pretty good. Charon, he got the shadow kills onto the heroes that they needed and took them out. In such a necessary timing that they were able to win that as well. But I gotta say, man, the fist cracks coming up by Badang Lemonare was top notch.
Top notch, man. I also thought, Tip was a little bit out of his, I mean, it looked out of his comfort, but when he used
Yeah.
to, into the past times when the Tip was released, he was so comfortable on this hero. But now that I think it's a Badang that he should be put more often on, well, we'll never know because it's all for the teams. They know each other very well. But yep, that was a clean sweep, second clean sweep of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Tartarus won, and now Pick to Plummet, they won, and they will be facing against each other in the next time. It's gonna be one heck of an interesting match, and we cannot forget. Ascendant are not knocked out. They're going to be facing each other into the lower bracket with LCF. They are lower brackets are hard. The third elimination is going to be happening. But mind you, again, we have giveaways coming. But this time around, you're gonna have to be to try to be eligible for that giveaway. You're gonna have to comment onto the Instagram poll that we have made, which is gonna be given in the description below, and you have to predict who's gonna be the team that's gonna be winning this tournament, and it will be randomly chosen from that. And yes, that was a gift for all of you guys, and this was the end. Let this be the end of our stream for today, and we will meet you back into the next day. Goodbye.